Hello again, it's Knight42, my second video blog of This Week in Reality TV and a quick movie review for Clerks 2. First off, I'm going to do the hits for the week. First, we're going to talk about Treasure Hunters. This is actually one of the surprise favorite shows of the summer. It's a lot better than the Amazing Race. And so far, I've got three favorite teams. I got the Air Force, the ex-CIA, and the Southie Boys. I'm surprised the Air Force has a huge advantage right now because they got to the last challenge and were able to dig their hole and find their treasure like almost nothing flat, whereas the Southie Boys, which were the third to find it, had to dig for 6.5 hours before they could find theirs. And not to mention Miss USA and the Fogels and the Geniuses and all of them. So for my hit for the week on that would be the Air Force as the robots that they are, as designated by the other team members. And now they have a huge advantage with sleep. Next up would be Last Comic Standing. This week, Josh Blue and Ty Barnett both did excellent jobs. Josh Blue I'm rooting for big time because he's got a great sense of humor, and not to mention the fact that I'll see him in a couple weeks here up in Denver at the Gothic Theater on August 11th, the day after I get my eye surgery. Ty Barnett he had a great set this time too, and he did a really wonderful job. So both of those guys get props. If you're going to be voting, vote for Josh though, since I'm going to see him live and I talked to him on MySpace. Next up would be the show I'm still taking a hit for all of you on with America's Got Talent. I still haven't seen any of it if that's the case, but America doesn't have talent so far in my opinion. This week I kind of agree with the judges in the fact that Realis, the dancers, have made it to the finals. But other than that, there's Leonid the Magnificent, which he's kind of a goofball, but he's got heart, he's got talent, he's a lot of fun. And then I kind of upset Dave the Horn guy didn't get in because, well, he's representing Colorado Springs, and yeah, I'm from Colorado Springs. So we'll end up on the hits with this week's Big Brother. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about Danielle. Danielle's number one on my hit list because she actually figured out the Mr. and Mrs. Smith alliance, it seems like, before anybody else. I'm kind of surprised by that. And I actually, after seeing her figure it out and then showing the clips of what's been happening, I'm surprised that she found it out, and it's a great thing. Other than that, I've got George. I still gotta love my chicken George, man. He's the comedy in the house, obviously. I was wondering this week how much older he is than the oldest other castmate in the house, because he's got to be in his early 40s, I'm guessing. But he loved his super suit. He was great. You know, he looked like George. Then I give kudos to James again. He's on my hit list, head of household. Some of those questions, I mean, I looked at those pictures and I couldn't even guess one of them out of that list she was asking. So I give him kudos for getting out head of household. Plus, he's still one of the best strategizers in the house, I think. Next up is Janelle. The reason I liked her is I think she's starting to figure out that James might not be 100% solid in the Season 6 alliance. So I'm wondering if that's going to come true, and if she's figured it out early. I'm thinking she has. Jace, Mr. Smith otherwise. I kind of give him, he's kind of on my hit and my miss list this week. Hit because he does have that Mr. and Mrs. Smith alliance going on. Miss because he does have that Mr. and Mrs. Smith alliance going on with Diane. Kesar, I liked the little bit they did on him this week about him and his Muslim beliefs. He seems actually like a pretty nice guy. My first few weeks of him, or first few episodes I've seen with him, he wasn't really my favorite player, but he seems like a nice guy, and I hope he goes far. And last hit for the week is Nokomis. Unfortunately, she's gone, but I did love her new hairstyle with the red and yellow. She was one of my favorites, probably my top 3, and unfortunately, I think it's true what everybody says, that she is too strong of a player, and that she is a threat to the house. So that's it for the hits of the week. I'm actually going to be doing another 3-minute segment here on the misses of the week. So tune in. Check out my MySpace account at myspace.com/Knight42. Check out my webpage at www.jasonandlisa.net, or just check me out at thefandom.com, where I post regularly. Thank you. Bye-bye.